Let's take a minute to just talk a little bit more about this concept of enlightenment, the concept of ascension, the concept of numerology, right? Because essentially when I provide a numerology tool or a numeric system, what I'm doing personally, because my numerology system is actually geared towards helping you guys navigate ascension, right? The point is to help you elevate in frequency, master higher vibrations, right? In tune with those frequencies, because frequency and vibration are two different things, two different concepts, two different parts of the puzzle. Okay. So when you understand that, you are able to not only navigate, but manipulate frequencies when you understand what they are. Now, this is important, and this is something important to understand as well. I've done a video in the past about the fact that some beings are actually not meant to be high vibrational. And yet, you can be high frequency without being high vibrational. What a concept. When you understand that there are beings that are intended to be of darker resonance. And when you understand that God is not only love and light, but dark and hate equally, then you could understand that it's not something that's just as simple as good and bad, okay, or good or evil. It doesn't work like that. When we talk about concepts like enlightenment, and we talk about stepping into your own power as a creator, and we talk about mastering your own spirit lessons, soul lessons, it's important to understand and respect and honor the individuality. How personal this journey is. How personal ascension and descension truly are for each individual being. And enlightenment occurs when one gains full knowledge of who they are. Enlightenment occurs when one gains complete understanding of what you are truly capable of relative to creating realms of reality. The universe bending its will around yours. The universe helping you create something purely from your own mind and belief. The universe working with you as you master your own individual lessons, as you achieve the next level. This is enlightenment. This is ascension. So let's use Jesus for the example today. When we talk about the 19 frequency that is held by a being like this, who finished a lifetime in such a manner that closed out karmic cycles. It did not in any way mean that it alleviated Jesus from enduring incredible karma. The name itself, J-E-S-U-S, has 5 letters, the karmic number. Okay, so when we talk about these things and we understand 32, sustainment, repetition of cycles versus 23, work, leaning into opposite action, leaning into the discomfort, doing the opposite of what human nature and survival instinct told him to do. Because he couldn't back down. If he would have backed down, it would have said, just kidding about my message. If he would have treated people in a low vibrational manner, mean, resentful, angry, if he would have harnessed that shadow, it would have also said, I'm no better than your behavior. Right? So there was a lot of karmic work taking place, right? Internally, externally for this man. And I can only imagine the level of fear, the level of doubt, the level of loneliness, right? Trying to convince an entire people that surround you that what they're doing is unacceptable. And being this humbly dressed, humbly mannered man, trying to convince them of that. Not to mention the ego-driven people around you. How dare you think you're better than me, right? So that is Jesus's karmic story, okay? But yours is different. So when you talk about your own path toward enlightenment, it is different. When you talk about your own path toward self-mastery, emotionally, it is different. It is different, my love. This is why it's important to do all the work that's necessary internally to help you hone, to help you gain full self-awareness of your own psyche. Because this is a moment by moment, this is a thought by thought practice that is required to truly master thyself. You need to be paying attention to your emotional responses to everything. Okay. And it's important. So when we talk about numerology, we have 52, we have 53, and we have 54. These are all the karmic reactions. I have videos on all of this, right? So Jesus, for example, in the final karmic moments and in karmic moments in general, Jesus mastered 9 implementation, which is 54. Karmic energy pulling in 4, right? An awareness or an energetic exchange relative to completion or release, because it totals 9. That takes a lot of work. That takes completely opening yourself up and implementing and allowing that flow state, allowing what is meant to occur without fight. Remaining in your own vibrational energy, remaining in your frequency, and allowing, accepting, trusting God. That is not easy, but it can be done. An example of this might be someone breaking up with you. Instead of fighting and allowing your 2 energy to come to play, that 2-5-7 sequence, instead of allowing that to make you mean or do something oppositional or strange, okay, I wish you well. That's an example of 54 energy. Releasing with serenity. Prior to that, though, we have 53. So 53 also takes a lot of work. So this is going to be that karmic energy, that discomfort, pulling in a manifestation of balanced energy. So responding in a balanced manner. Not letting them steal your energy. Not letting them get you to that level of anger, right? Cutting off their ability to do that. Remaining at peace internally, so you can respond in a balanced manner. That's an example of 53. Look at my dog back there just waiting for me to finish this video so we can leave. So anyway, but for most of you, especially if you haven't started inner work yet, or if you're in the beginning stages of inner work, you probably react with 52 energy in these moments of stress or discomfort. And that's going to be that karmic energy or that discomfort pulling in the relational energy that is oppositional, that is toxic, that is darkness, okay? So this is lashing out. This is going off on someone. This is killing someone. This is poisoning someone. All that darkness that occurs in the realm of 7. That's an example of that. It's natural because 5 is incredibly uncomfortable and it's directly correlated with our wounds. So it is expected a lot of times, but it's not good. And I say all of that to say this. Jesus is meant to serve as an example, not a savior. Jesus is a metaphysical example of ascension work, a metaphysical example of 23 work, a metaphysical example of what you can be granted if you did not allow 32 frequency to keep you in the same repetitive patterns, no matter how uncomfortable, no matter how treacherous that journey may be. By truly staying connected and trusting God, you can create, you can heal, you can love in a manner that will fulfill you. And this is so important, you guys, because as someone who does the work I do, has the awareness I have, one of my greatest gifts is locking in to exactly where people have been harmed, exactly where people have been wounded, exactly where people are false, how people really feel about situations, where someone's shadow is rumbling underneath the surface, where the light is no longer present. This can be an inconvenience for me, but because of that, I understand another work I do, right? Substance use disorder counselor by day. People are not full of source anymore. And by doing the work and being reminded of someone's true power, I hope to change that for the world. Stay tuned for my book coming later this month.